The SVD is a semi-automatic sniper rifle in Escape from Tarkov. The weapon was originally designed for Russian paratroopers and special forces. However, outside of Punisher Part 6, you don't see this weapon all too often due to the clunkiness, but I'm going to show you a build today that really helped me complete this quest, and hopefully it can help you too. So depending on when you complete this quest, I'm going to give you two options for building out your SVD. Now the one on the left is going to be the better option overall. However, you're going to be needing a lot of parts from level 4 traders to make this gun affordable. And it's honestly not that much better when I show you how I like to use the SVD and how I think you should use it to make this quest easier. So if you're at level 3 traders, I would be recommending this first build I have for you. And this one is almost focused entirely on ergonomics. That's why you see I have the CAC vertical foregrip, and then also the AR Strike Industries Viper PDW stock, as those give significant boost to ergonomics, and that will increase the time that you can hold the weapon at a steady aim, lower the sound of using the weapon, and also make you aim down sights faster. And those are some of the biggest drawbacks to the SVD, is just the handling. So to be able to run this weapon silenced with also still rocking just slightly above 30 ergonomics, it honestly is so nice. Now we'll look at the second build I have for you. This one is trying to balance the ergonomics with recoil reduction as much as possible, but I'm going to show you some recoil tests in just a little bit, where I'm going to show that the recoil reduction doesn't make that much of a difference, and I prefer going for the cheaper option at level 3 traders, just because the ergonomics is higher and the recoil is fairly similar. So now we'll take a look at the recoil of both weapons. This first test is just going to be testing the aim down sight speed, and then into an uncontrolled, as fast as I can fire, just barrage of bullets. And honestly, even though it's 4 or 5 points in ergonomics, I can noticeably tell that the 160k build is faster, and the recoil feels fairly similar and also looks fairly similar. Now we're swapping to a controlled test fire. I am trying to hit the targets as much as possible. And what I noticed is that the 160k build actually got more shots on target during this test, but I only ran it once. So I think that was a little bit of luck on that end, as I think both of those recoils look fairly similar. And yeah, I think the 250k was just a bad run. And now we swap to the crouched fire position, and this is why I run ergonomics on the SVD. When you're crouched, you significantly reduce your recoil to begin with, and so instead of spending all the money on your parts, just switch the way you play. As you can see, they have about the same amount of shots on target, and there's almost 100,000 ruble difference in the weapon modding. So save your money, shoot crouch. Now let's talk about the ammo. I actually used the LPS round for this entire quest myself, just because it is fairly affordable. There's a workbench craft for it, and it's also only about 900 to 1,000 rubles on the flea market, so it's fairly available. Now, if you're starting to encounter more people with class 5, I would bump it up to the PS round, which can be found from Prapor level 3, or the BT round, which is on Prapor 4. However, I have noticed that the BT round is sold out a lot and it's not on the flea market. But make sure you don't buy your PS rounds on the flea market, as they're like 3,000 or 4,000 a shot, and it is not worth that much. And next up is a small little montage of the kills from my Punisher Part 6, and this is to show you how I like to play with the SVD. I play slowly, I make sure to crouch, I'm not taking people head on, I'm shooting them from the side most of the time, and a little bit slower and just sneaky, and it really makes this quest a lot easier. If you go in guns blazing, this quest is so much harder, so just slow it down and play methodically. Oh, that's one down. Nice.